What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm your host, Rai. Guys, we need to talk. We need to talk. The World Cup is in full swing, but the Premier League transfer market is completely exploding behind the scenes. And today, everything just seems to be going mental. Yeah, Arsenal, they're ready to trigger a massive bid for their top target. Manchester United, they've booked a medical for a South American wonder kid. And Chelsea are trying to pull off one of the most shocking, mental midfield signings of the summer. If you want to stay ahead of every single deal, make sure you smash that subscribe button right now. Hit that button, yeah? Like, comment, subscribe, get involved. Let's get right into it. Guys, first up, we need to talk about Arsenal. They are moving incredibly fast, yeah? They've already locked down a centre back in I can't pronounce this guy's name, so please don't get onto me for it, yeah? Piero Hencapier. I think that's how you pronounce it, from Leverkusen. £45 million done in the bag. Yeah. Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, they want more. They're not playing games. They ain't resting on their laurels. And they're plotting a massive opening bid for Aston Villa's star player, Morgan Rogers. They seem to have made Morgan Rogers their priority, but that's not the biggest twist. There is massive confusion around Bruno G, because he's got a release clause at Newcastle, and reports are suggesting that Arsenal have been offered a unique twist to get this deal over the line, while Tottenham are lurking around in the background, trying to hijack Sandro Tonali instead. It's very, very unlikely that Newcastle let Bruno G and Tonali both go. So it's kind of a race to see who can sign their targets first. If Arsenal want Bruno G, they're going to have to move super fast. Same as Tottenham. If they want Tonali, they're going to have to move super fast. But the Gunners fans, let me know. Arsenal fans, please let me know, because I don't know who you would prefer. Would you prefer your team to go for Rodgers or Bruno G? Drop a comment and let me know. Who do you prefer as an Arsenal fan? If I was, I don't know, out of the two players who I would think is better. I don't think you guys would need Rodgers. I don't think you would need Rodgers. I know he can play off the left, but ideally you want Rodgers to be a central attacking midfielder. And with Eze there, and also Odegaard, I would say go for Bruno G. He's what I would go for. I know you've got Declan Rice and you've got Zubamendi, but Bruno G is just, his attributes will contribute to Arsenal so well, to be totally honest. Let's talk about Manchester United signing this wonder kid then. I don't know, where Ineos is not playing around, Manchester United is reportedly there. They've scheduled a medical for South American sensation Cristian Orozco. I don't know much about him. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I know everything about this kid, because I really don't have a clue. Never seen him play. Just, yeah. But apparently they've beaten heavy competition from Tottenham Hotspurs to land him. Signaling a massive shift in it. Look, I'll be so honest. I would prefer Man United to beat Tottenham Hotspurs to get in Fernandes. I don't care about wonder kids right now. Man United need first players that can walk straight into that team and play now. There's serious questions around Chido Obi. I get it. There's questions around Mason Mann, and Man United, they are trying to rebuild a spine, but I know they're trying to build it from the ground up, but a wonder kid right now isn't what Manchester United need. It doesn't fit with what they need. We need world-class, proven players that are ready. We need Chouamini. We need Sandro Tonali. We need these players to walk in and replace Casemiro, because he is going to be a big loss. And I'm sorry, but Fernandez is not a replacement for Casemiro, and neither is Ederson. They're not. So I don't know what Man United are doing. As a Man United fan, I'm screaming out for monster in the midfield. And number 6, Bruno G would have been my ideal signing. I think after Bruno G, I would definitely look at Chouamini, Sandro Tonali as well. But it just looks like we are just walking away from all of them. And I don't understand why. Yeah, the market is crazy price wise, but it's the Premier League. You pay for what you get. If you want world class players, you gotta pay world class prices, and that's just the be all and end all. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe, get off your ass, put some work in, man, please, because I don't need next year for Man United to be Tottenham Hotspurs. I don't want to be fighting relegation. We've got a brand new manager that's just come in with. Realistically, this manager has no star quality. So you got to get him star quality on the field. And if you're not gonna do that, you're signing his future away. Like, it's just sack him now. That's the honest truth. Now listen, guys. The absolute shock so far of the window. Chelsea have officially irked Sunderland by launching a lowball offer for Granit Xhaka. Yeah. Don't correct your systems. Granit Xhaka. You heard me correctly. Former Arsenal midfielder is being heavily linked with a sensational return to London, with Xabi Alonso. his Chelsea project. Look, yes, Chelsea need some experience in their team, some leadership in that team. But Granit Xhaka, I didn't see that coming. That's so far left field that I just did not see that coming. If you saw that coming, if you're a Chelsea fan, let me know firstly, would you be happy with Granit Xhaka in your team? He brings leadership and he brings a good mentality. However, he sees red quite a lot. Is this the type of player that Chelsea need? I think maybe a Kimmich would have been a better shout. Even though Kimmich hasn't got Premier League experience, he's got experience. I don't know. This could go. It could go so left. But meanwhile, over at Anfield, Iraola, he secured Spanish winger Victor Muñoz, but they ain't done there. They're still trying to replace Mohamed Salah. Liverpool's top target was Yan Diamonde, but it looks like Yan Diamonde, he's decided he wants PSG, which means that Liverpool have now pivoted, and it looks like they're now working really hard to get PSG's Bradley Barcola, who he is frustrated with the lack of game time that he is getting at PSG, and he would absolutely be a monster at Anfield. It makes a lot of sense. It looks like it could be pretty much a straightforward deal, to be honest, for Liverpool. I think Iraola will get Bradley Barcola firing as well. I think he's such a good player, and I think that he's going to be a problem, an absolute problem. Same as Iraola. I said it in a previous video. Iraola I think he borderlines a world-class manager. I think that what he previously done with the players that they was letting go of as well. Now he's going to be walking into a club where they will bring him players that he wants. He is going to do bits for Liverpool. I'm telling you that right now. But look, the market is moving faster than I anticipated, to be totally honest. Even though the World Cup is still going on, which the World Cup blew my mind. Germany are out. What the hell? Anyway, which of these deals do you think actually crosses the finishing line? Do you think Barcola will end up at Liverpool? Granit Xhaka's. That's. How do you feel about that? I think that is mental. How are Man United fans feeling at the moment about the midfield scenario? Because Man United need to build a midfield. Get in the comments and let me know. Arsenal fans, who would you prefer? Let me know about that as well. Would you prefer, or would you go for both? Tottenham, you guys are doing absolutely amazing things right now, and I think that Tottenham are showing they're showing their ambition, and their ambition is 10 out of 10. You can't knock them for it. I know a lot of people was clowning, myself included, clowning Tottenham last season, but if they get Tonali and Fernandes, that's the midfield that Manchester United wanted but walked away from because they didn't want to pay the money. Guys, get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I've been your host, Ray. Have a good one. Peace.